7 balance exercises to prevent falls after 60. Stay steady and confident. You know, there's something I've noticed as I've gotten older. Those little moments where you reach for a high shelf and suddenly feel a wobble, or you step off a curb and your knees seem to say, "Hold on now, let's think about this." It's not exactly fear, is it? More like a quiet reminder that our bodies aren't quite as nimble as they used to be. But here's the thing. Staying steady isn't about luck. It's about giving ourselves the tools to move through life with confidence, no matter our age. That's why today, I want to talk about something we all deserve: feeling strong, stable, and sure on our feet. Over the next little while, we're going to walk through 7 simple exercises that can help prevent falls and keep you feeling grounded. And don't worry, this isn't about fancy equipment or pushing yourself to exhaustion. These are gentle, practical movements you can do right at home, maybe even while watching your favorite show or waiting for the kettle to boil. Let's start with the very first exercise, one I like to call the heel-to-toe walk. Now, if you've ever watched a toddler learning to walk, you'll recognize this. It's all about placing one foot directly in front of the other, heel to toe, like you're walking on a tightrope. But here's why it works for us. As we age, our sense of balance can get a little rusty, especially when it comes to moving in a straight line. This exercise helps retrain those muscles and sharpen your coordination. Here's how to do it safely. Find a hallway or a clear path in your home. Stand tall, shoulders relaxed, and focus on a spot ahead of you. Then, step forward, placing your heel right in front of the toes of your other foot. Take it slow, there's no rush. If you're feeling unsure, keep a hand lightly on a wall or counter for support. Try this for 10 to 12 steps, then turn around and come back. You might feel a little unsteady at first, and that's okay. It's like reminding your body, "Hey, we've still got this." Now, let's talk about the single leg stand. I know what you're thinking. Standing on one leg? At my age. But hear me out. This exercise is a powerhouse for building strength in your ankles and calves, which are crucial for catching yourself if you trip. Plus, it's something you can practice anywhere, while brushing your teeth, waiting for the microwave, or even chatting with a friend. Start by holding onto the back of a sturdy chair or a countertop. Lift one foot just an inch or 2 off the ground, keeping your knees soft. No need to raise your leg high. Hold for 10 seconds, then switch sides. If that feels too easy, try letting go of the chair for a second or 2. And if you wobble, that's good. It means your muscles are working hard to keep you upright. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Before we move on, let me share a story about my neighbor Margaret. She's 72 and loves gardening, but last year, she took a tumble while reaching for her pruning shears. After that, she started doing these single-leg stands every morning while her coffee brewed. Fast forward 6 months, and she's back to tending her roses and teaching her grandkids how to do Nana's Balance Challenge. It's never too late to start. Our third exercise is one you might not expect: chair squats. Now, squats might sound intimidating, but these are gentle and controlled. They strengthen your thighs, hips, and core, all the muscles that keep you upright when you stand up from a chair or climb stairs. Here's how. Sit toward the edge of a sturdy chair, feet hip-width apart. Lean slightly forward, engage your core, and stand up slowly, using your legs, not your hands, to push yourself up. Then, lower back down just until you touch the chair, and stand again. Aim for 5 to 8 repetitions. If that's too much at first, use the armrests for a little help. The key is to move with intention, like you're rising to greet someone you love. As we wrap up today, I want to remind you that balance isn't just physical, it's a mindset. Every time you practice these exercises, you're telling yourself, "I'm worth the effort." And guess what? You are. Tomorrow, we'll keep building on this foundation with a few more exercises that'll have you feeling steadier than ever. For now, give these 3 a try, and remember, there's no prize for speed. Take it at your own pace, and celebrate every small victory. After all, life's too short to spend it worrying about the next step. Let's make sure every one counts. You know, there's something truly special about the little victories we experience as we get older, Like the first time you realize you can bend down to tie your shoes without holding your breath, or that moment you catch yourself mid-stumble and think, "Wait, I've got this." It's those small wins that remind us how capable we still are. And that's exactly what we're going to focus on today, as we dive into a few more exercises to keep you steady and strong. Let's start with something I call the rock and roll. No, I'm not talking about dancing to Elvis, though if that's your thing, more power to you. This exercise is all about finding your center of gravity, which is key for staying upright when life throws you off balance. Think of it like swaying with the rhythm of a gentle breeze. Here's how it works. Stand with your feet hip-width apart, knees slightly bent, and hold onto the back of a chair or a countertop if you need extra support. Slowly shift your weight onto your right foot, lifting your left heel just enough to feel the ball of your foot pressing into the ground. Then, roll your weight back to the center and repeat on the other side. It's almost like you're rocking side to side, but in slow motion. Do this 8 to 10 times, breathing deeply as you go. The goal here isn't speed, it's control. Imagine you're a tree swaying in the wind, roots firmly planted, trunk steady. This simple movement strengthens your ankles and teaches your body how to adjust smoothly when you're caught off guard. Now, let's talk about the reach and retrieve. Have you ever dropped something on the floor and hesitated to pick it up, worried you might not get back up? This exercise tackles that exact fear. It's all about practicing how to bend and rise safely, something we do countless times a day without even thinking. Grab a lightweight object, a pillow, a book, or even a bag of rice, and place it on a sturdy chair or low table in front of you. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, core engaged, and slowly reach forward to pick up the object. As you bend, focus on hinging at your hips, not your waist, and keep your back straight. Once you've got the object, pause for a second, then slowly return to standing. Repeat this 5 to 7 times, and if you're feeling confident, try placing the object back down as well. The key here is to move with intention, as if you're performing a graceful dance rather than a chore. My friend Harold swears by this one. He calls it his daily treasure hunt, and now he's back to picking up his grandkids' toys without a second thought. Next up is the step and pause. This one's perfect for anyone who's ever felt a wobble going up or down stairs. It mimics the motion of climbing steps, but in a controlled, safe environment. You don't even need stairs to practice. Just a little imagination and a sturdy surface. Find a step stool, a thick book, or even a low curb in your garden. Stand facing it, and place one foot firmly on the elevated surface. Press through your heel to lift your body up, bringing your other foot to meet the first. Then, step back down 1 foot at a time. Repeat this 5 times on each side. If lifting your whole body feels too challenging at first, simply practice tapping your foot onto the step and returning it to the floor. The idea is to build strength and confidence in your legs so that real stairs feel less daunting. Here's a tip. Pair this exercise with something you already do every day, like watering plants or checking the mail. My neighbor Ruth does her step and pause routine while she waits for her toast to pop up in the morning. She says it's turned a mundane moment into a mini workout, and now she's the one leading the charge on walking club outings. As we move through these exercises, I want you to remember that progress isn't about how high you lift your leg or how long you balance. It's about showing up for yourself, day after day, and saying, "I'm worth the effort." And you are. Every time you practice, you're not just building muscle, you're building trust in your body again. We'll keep going with a few more exercises next time, including one of my personal favorites that feels more like a game than a workout. For now, give these 3 a try, and don't be afraid to laugh if you wobble. After all, laughter's good for the soul, and who says balanced practice can't be fun? Until then, keep standing tall, keep reaching forward, and remember, every step you take today is a step toward a steadier tomorrow. You know, one of the things I love most about growing older is the stories we collect along the way, the moments that make us laugh, the challenges we overcome, and the quiet triumphs that nobody else might notice but us. Like the first time you realize you can walk across the living room without holding onto the furniture, or the day you bend down to pet the dog and pop back up like a spring. Those moments matter. And today, as we round out our balance exercises, I want to leave you with one final movement that's as fun as it is functional. Let's call it the clock reach. Picture this. You're standing in the center of an imaginary clock face. 12 o'clock is straight ahead, 6 is behind you, and 3 and 9 are at your sides. This exercise is all about reaching toward different hours on the clock, which helps you practice shifting your weight in all directions, just like you do in real life when reaching for a cup in the cupboard or turning to chat with a friend. Here's how to do it. Stand near a sturdy chair or countertop for support. Start with your feet hip-width apart, knees softly bent. Raise your right arm and point toward 12 o'clock, then slowly reach toward 3 o'clock, leaning your torso as you go, almost like you're trying to tap the wall beside you. Return to center, then reach toward 6 o'clock, behind you, and 9 o'clock. Repeat on the left side. Keep the movement smooth and controlled, as if you're tracing the edges of a giant wheel. Do 4 to 5 reaches in each direction. My cousin Frank, who's 68 and a retired clockmaker, adores this exercise. After a minor fall last year left him nervous about moving freely, he started practicing the clock reach every evening. Now, he jokes that he's wound up tighter than a grandfather clock. In the best way. It's not just about balance, it's about reclaiming the joy of movement. Now, let's take a step back and look at how far we've come. Over these last few days, we've talked about 7 exercises, each one a building block for staying steady. The heel-to-toe walk, single leg stand, and chair squats got us started. Then we added the rock and roll, reach and retrieve, and step and pause. And today, the clock reach tied it all together. But here's the secret. None of these exercises are about perfection. They're about showing up. They're about saying, I'm going to try. Even if it's just for a minute while the tea steeps or the commercials play. Balance, when you think about it, is a lot like life. Some days you'll feel rock solid. Other days, you might sway a bit. And that's okay. What matters is that you keep practicing. Keep trusting your body, even when it feels like it's whispering. Are you sure about this? Because with every reach, every step, every deep breath, you're reminding yourself, yes, I am. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one of these exercises to try today. Maybe it's the single leg stand while you're waiting for the mail, or the clock reach during your favorite evening show. Then tomorrow, add another. There's no race, no finish line. This is about you, your strength, your confidence, your ability to keep doing the things you love, whether that's gardening, traveling, or chasing grandkids around the backyard. Before I go, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, which exercise felt easiest? Which one made you think, I'll need to work on that? Your stories inspire me, and they'll inspire others too. And if you found this helpful, do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to make sure you don't miss what's coming next. Remember, friends, aging isn't about slowing down. It's about stepping forward with grace, with grit, and maybe even a little groove. Here's to staying steady, staying curious, and savoring every moment of the journey. Until next time, keep shining. You've got this.